Hey friends, it's Natalie or Princess Natkins, depending on where you're watching. And I've started wearing something called Lashify lashes, and a handful of you guys have noticed. The people who know what they are have been asking, how do I take them off easily? And the people who don't know what Lashify is are like, what is that? And how hard is it to put on? Because a lot of people are thinking it's eyelash extensions, which it's similar, but it's completely different. I do them at home myself in my bathroom, which I am in right now. And a handful of you have been like, can you show me how you put them on? Is this something I need to buy? So previously I have been wearing the Plushy Tames in truffle color. Truffle is a black and a brown mix. And I just ordered and purchased or received the Stardust in chocolate, which is just the brown color. And you'll see the different, this is the Plushy Tame on the bottom, and this is the Stardust on the top. For both rows, it goes 14, 12, 10. This is an A-line, this is like a starter lash. But I've been wearing these a lot. These are the ones that you guys have been seeing me wear. These little pieces are called gossamers. This is what goes on the underside of your lash. And I just got these in, and I thought these probably had a little more similarity to the types of lashes I have. Now I'm not wearing anything on my lashes right now, and you can see I've got just blonde, short, curly lashes. Wah wah. So I'm going to show you how I put them on and how I transform my lashes from the pictures on the left to the pictures on the right. It's my first time doing it on camera, and it's my first time putting on the Stardust in the chocolate color. I've never worn chocolate before, so this is exciting. What I'm using today is my Lashify Lash Map, my bondage, my waterproof sealer, my pre-cleanse, my tool, and on my tool, I've got my cute little silicone wandums. Now, these little silicone wandums on top of your tool are going to help, when you push it together on your lashes, it helps press your lash to the gossamer and create a seal with that bond. The silicone actually will help that if it's still tacky or sticky, not stick to the tool. So it'll be easier to come off. So the first thing I'm gonna do is use my pre-cleanse on a cotton round on my eyelid. So to do that, I'm just gonna put a little dot on there. I think you can see it. And then just wipe them across my lid, my lash line, and then up underneath my lashes. I definitely have oily skin, so I want to make sure all the excess oil is off. I do also have very sensitive skin and sensitive eyes. Previously, I have worn eyelash extensions, and depending on the lash tech, a really amazing lash tech with eyelash extensions will help save your lashes. Your lashes won't break off, but a lash tech that doesn't really know 100% what they're doing could cause some breakage in your eyelashes to fall out more than usual. So I stopped doing eyelash extensions because the girl who was amazing moved far away from me. And my sister and a friend introduced me to Lashify, which is why I'm now obsessed, because I love waking up in the morning and just, lashes make you feel like you look glamorous. So I love lashes. So my pre-cleanse is on. Lashify does have a little tool where you squeeze it and it puffs air in your face, which I think is so cute. I just haven't purchased one yet, so I just do this version where I fan my lashes. All right, it's drying. I also have my pre-cleanse in a little mascara tube. This was an empty tube I bought on Amazon. So I could also just have brushed this through the lashes if I had just washed my face, but that's that. So the first thing we're gonna do is use something called bondage. This little tube is super cute. You pull it out and it's like a little mascara wand there on the end. Now I don't want too much bondage on this. And if you know how to put on mascara, you can definitely do this I'm gonna try and get nice and close so you can see me. And you literally are just gonna go from base to tip and put it on like mascara. Now, just with this alone, you can see when I wear mascara, there is a very big difference between what this looks like and this looks like. So I'm just gonna do the same thing one more time. I'm just gonna get a little bondage agent on my cute little wand. And I'm gonna just treat this like mascara once again, from base out to tip. And you don't actually have to get to your lash line because the lashes are gonna be just a little couple millimeters up from your lash line. That little piece didn't look like it had any glue on it. And then I'm gonna do, since I'm wiping a lot of it off, I'm gonna do just a little bit more, and I'm gonna place it and just wiggle it right at the base of my lash, right where I'm going to put the Gossamers on. Now I'm going to take some bondage, make sure it's on the end. And this is going to be kind of hard for you to see, but I'm going to take my individual lash pieces and I'm just going to put a little bit of this bondage on the spine. So this is very similar to just a regular fake eyelash, if you've done that before, how you have to get the glue just on the base of the spine. And remember, you are going to stick this on the underside of your lashes. Just think about where this lash is going to go on your face. That's where you want a little bit fine line of this bondage to go. You don't want too much. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on all of them. I'll be right back. Okay, so all the spines of my lashes for this eye have a little bit of bondage on them. If you have the Whisper Light, which is like the double tube that looks like this, you can use the Whisper Light instead. But like I said, I have oily skin. It's true, I do. I have a steam shower right behind me. I'm always steaming. I have to wash my face at least twice a day because of my skin texture and tone. So I want the extra bondage to make sure they stay on. So again, people at this point would probably use that little air tool to see, to help the bondage get a little tacky. What I'm gonna do is just kind of fan it. Da, 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 da. And then you know it's time when you stick your fingernail and the lash sticks to your fingernail. I don't know if you saw that. You see that? So that's how I know that the bonding agent on my lash is tacky enough to put the lashes on. So I'm gonna use my tool and I'm gonna grab my first lash, just like so. And I'm gonna tilt that little line so it's in the same direction that my eye is going. And I'm just going to place it a couple millimeters away from my lash line. This is my first time doing it on camera, so wish me luck. The beautiful thing about this is if I put it in the wrong place, I can just peel it off and redo it. So let's try. So right there's where I want it. Perfect. And you'll see I left a little bit of space for the corner of my eye there, like it's exactly the size of that. And I'll do that on the inside and the outside just because the lashes on my face are shorter and less dense and a little more sparse in those areas. So there's not much to hang on to. So I just put a 14 on. This is another 14. Let's get this one on. Perfect. And just because I'm loving the placement of these, I am gonna squish them down. Now I'm gonna grab my 12s. So this is a 12. And another 12. And as you can see, see that line right there, the spine of the lash? I'm rotating it to be the same angle that my eye curvature is. So, oh, I grabbed that one funky. Let me re-grab it. Okay. Nope, I didn't like the placement, so I'm gonna go in and try again. That looks nice. So you'll see I don't have that much more space over here. I have 110. Let's see how it looks. I might have to take the 10 off and put another 12 right there. Let's see, what do we think about that? Ooh, I really like that. Now the idea is when you get them on your face, on your lashes, they should feel like there's like literally nothing there. Like the feeling of having some mascara on your eyes is kind of what I equate it to. Like you can tell there's something there, but you can't feel it for all intents and purpose. So I'm gonna give one quick look in my mirror and just make sure I really love that look. I think this lash needs to be scooted over. So I'm gonna pick it up and then I'm gonna put it right back. Oops, I'm so sorry. I blocked the camera on that one. But because I moved that one over, I'm gonna peel this one off. And move it in. So see how that looks? I really like that look. There's a little extra space here on the end. And then there's actually quite a bit of space here. This little piece right here, that's just my eyelash with the bondage on it. And I actually think that looks really nice. So I'm gonna take my wand like this, place it over my lashes, and give it a little squeeze. Sorry if that looks super creepy. I'm gonna look in the mirror just to make sure I've gotten the surface area of all those pieces. I hold it for about 10 seconds. And when you release, it might be a little sticky. But just blink your eye. Don't pull the tweezer, don't pull the tool away. Hold the tool there and blink your eye and it'll come off. And then what I also like to do, and not everyone does, is I like to move up my lash and just make sure my whole lash is fused to these lashes. So, and don't poke yourself in the eye like I just did. I think that's where we're at, and I'm really liking the look of that. So let's do the other eye. So now I'm right-handed to put them on my left eye. I'm going to have to kind of do it at a weird angle, but again, I want that little spine, the edge of the lash, to match the angle of my eyelid, depending on where it's going on my lash. So this one I'm gonna have to hold it kind of weird to get it on. I might even have to sit on the counter so you can see. So I got the 214s on and the 212s on, and I have a lot of extra space here. So I'm going to go get another 12 because there is way more space on this eye than there is on my other eye. And I think it will look funny if I'm missing basically, I'm missing lashes. So this is how I'm going to make it look even. I'm just going to add one more gossamer on my left eye than my right eye. So right now I'm just pulling out my bondage. I'm just going to put a tiny bit on the bottom. So sorry that you can't see it. It's literally, like I said before, just like putting a little bit of glue on just a regular eyelash extension. And I am grabbing these backwards on purpose. So there's the gossamer. I know it's hard to see. There is just a little bit of glue on that. So I'm going to do an additional 12. And then now I'm going to grab my little tiny 10 and put that on the inside corner. My arms are all like tangled over here. I can't even see. Maybe I will. Okay, so now I'm just gonna put my 10 on the most inside corner. And for me, this is the most awkward position. If I could do it this way, my like hands get all, you know, turned up. If I have a little compact in my hand, if I'm doing it with a large mirror, it's not as bad. But I think this and this look a lot more similar. Okay, so that looks like it's on really nice. So now I'm gonna take my tool and give them a really good press. One of the girls also told me if you kind of flip just a little bit outwards. So see how they're stuck? Just gonna blink. And you know, when I do it on my left side, because I'm not left-handed, I can't get the whole lash. So I'll flip this upside down. I'm gonna use the mirror to make sure I get the base of the gossamers. There we go. The edges, when I do it on my left side, are the hardest. So yeah. The hardest part about this is doing it on the side of your non-dominant hand. And then these just are a little stuck together a little bit, so I can just clear that up. So we're basically done. All we have to do is I'm going to take my waterproof sealer. It's got a spoolie and a cute little sponge on the end. And I'm just going to run it along the spine on both sides of both lashes. So I'm going to go across the bottom. And then I'm going to go across the top. Just once. So I'll do it on the other side. Across the bottom. Needs a little bit more. That little corner edge didn't get any. Then across the top. And that's it. Some people recommend waiting about 30 minutes to put your sealer on, and it'll last longer. It'll make your lash application last longer. I'm usually in a hurry, so I just finish my lashes, get them on, and go. But yeah, you could wait a little bit longer. All right, guys, so this is the final look of my Stardust lashes. I have two 14s on the outside, and then on this side I have two 12s and a 10, and then on the middle on this side I have three 12s and a 10. And honestly, maybe I could have put that extra lash on this side too and just overlapped it a little bit, but I'm perfectly happy with the way that this looks. They don't feel like anything on my lashes. When I close my eyes, they don't feel sticky or anything. If they did feel a little sticky, I would just let them sit. And then once you do your lashes, you don't want to get them wet for, if you can help it, 24 hours. So do it at a time where you're like, okay, I'm gonna wash my face. Either, you know, like 12 hours from now in the evening, or I'm gonna wash my face tomorrow. But that's it. So this is what I look like. My lashes look like after the application with the Stardust, before and after. I hope this video answers your questions about Lashify and how I put them on. This will probably last me about 5 to 7 days, depending on how often I go in my steam room and how much makeup I have to wear during the week. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you all have a great day. Bye.